Well, hello everyone. Hope everybody's having a good night. I just got home from work and I thought we would get together and do a little crafting. Hello, Charity. If anybody wants to share, you know I'm never mad if you want to do that. So I will be okay with that. I'm going to do that real quick here. I'm going to share it in a couple different places. So I am having a great week. I hope you all are too. It just never seems to be enough hours in the day. Hi, Charity, you gorgeous thing too. Are you home now? They get you all figured out? I sure hope so. Thanks for sharing. You're the best. So you know we do have a special going on right now. I just posted it earlier today in a couple of my sites. Let's see if you can see this. It's a Valentine's Day kit, and you get the full 3-ounce red paste. Oh, sorry. A squeegee. You get a 9x11 board, and then the all you need is love with some little heart things around there. So that is only $40, and that includes your shipping. So if you're someone that's close to me and don't need it shipped, then that will save you $5. So that'll be a good thing, right? We all like to save some dollars. And if you order one of these kits before January the 15th, then you get an extra 5x7 transfer that you can use and make other things with. So tonight, I'm just going to do a simple little board. I'm into flowers lately, which is so odd because I normally don't do a lot of flowers. Well, girl, you better take care of yourself. That's all I can say. You got to take care of yourself. So we're going to do this board, and you can see I've used some of the stencils in the past. And it is Your Life is Your Story. Write well and edit often. And I've got a birthday coming up, and I thought this would be an amazing birthday gift. So that's what I thought we'd work on tonight. So I've got my chalk paste together, and I want this to be a fun little board. And these are just some scrollies that I thought would be cute in the corner, and I'll probably do those cattywampus. Anyone that's ever watched my lives before know I'm a big fan of cattywampus. So we're just going to dive in and get started. So is anybody working on any projects out there? Anything going on? Anything exciting? I heard a weather forecast, maybe some snow coming our way. Like it got cold. I should not have bragged on how warm it was the other day, but here we go. It is what it is. I think I'm going to start with the words because I definitely want that in the center. And this is just these boards. I'm getting them at Walmart, and I really, really, really like them. And they're like $2.50. So you could actually clean the back of this off and do something on both sides, which is really nice. And then I like to replace this twine with some ribbon because I just like to kind of decorate it up just a little bit more, give it a little personal touch. So we're just going to do some chalking here tonight. I've got my rags, I've got my spatulas, I've got my tools, and we're just going to hang out a little bit tonight. So like I mentioned earlier, I do have that special on that Valentine's board. It's a 9x11 board, a 9x11 transfer, a 3-ounce paste in red, and it says all you need is love. So that would be a cute little Valentine's gift for someone coming up. And that one is $40, and that does include your shipping. So great gift if anybody is looking for a project to do. This board, this one here, like $2, $2.50, something like that at Walmart. So they, in their craft section, which is, you know, not really a craft section, but it's the Walmart craft section. It's over by, they have some wood cutouts, and it's just kind of stuck up in there. So just a real inexpensive board. These boards work really well for even doing like Cricut and things like that, putting on there. So yeah, I'm always up for a good deal. And then when you decorate them, it just makes all the difference in the world too. So with this transfer, I'm just going to put it right in the middle. And then we just want to make sure that we have it pressed down nicely so that it does allow us to get all into that webbing and have a nice finished look. Yeah, that's exactly where it is, Charity, over by the craft paints and stuff. So, but it's kind of tucked away, like they, you know, it's not a craft store, okay? They just really don't know how to merchandise. So I'm going to use the peacock, for my words. I think it's really going to pop onto this black board, and I think it's going to look really nice with my flowers. So I'm just going to mix up my paste. We do want a yogurt-like consistency. Someone I read somewhere today, they said like cake batter, and that was perfect. So if you're not a big yogurt eater, you may not know what yogurt consistency is. So it's going to be like cake batter. And I've actually just at this very moment changed my mind. We're going to ombre this baby. So I really like this peacock with the buttermilk. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to wipe off my spatula. And then I'm going to go back in with some, I think that's buttermilk. Let me see this color. Buttermilk. I was right. So we always want to give it a little stir before we get started with a new jar of paste. And go from there. So as y'all know, one of the things that I love about Chalk Couture is nothing that we do is permanent. Nothing is going to last forever. And ain't that the truth? So I can do these as seasonal boards, and then when I'm ready to change it out, make it do something different, especially if I'm paying more than $2.50 for a board, right? I just use water, no soap, no detergents, nothing special. I just use water to wipe down the boards and start all over. So that's the best part. Not only for using it for different seasons or different holidays, but also just to save money on the dang boards. I mean, some of these things can get really expensive, especially if they're framed out. They can just be super, super expensive. So I'm doing like an ombre right now, and that actually mixes the colors. And then I want to make sure that I'm not getting it too thick. You'll see how much I pulled off of that. And then I'm going to wipe that off because this is a new color and I don't want to mess up any of my current colors. So I'm just going to wipe that off onto my rag, and then we're going to pill it up, and then I'm going to put it in my water bath. And in the water bath, that will get all of the chalk paste off of my transfer so that it can be reused. Isn't that pretty? Like, the reveal is the most exciting part because you just never know exactly what it's going to look like. You have hopes and dreams of what it's going to look like, but you just never really know. And then if I have any bleed areas, I just go back over it with a Q-tip. That's what I mean. That's the most amazing part. And then I'm just able to pull that right up. So it's just perfect. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, what do you guys think so far? Cute? All right, we're done. Have a good night. Haha, just kidding. You could totally do something on both sides. That's what I really like about these boards. So like if I wanted to do, what holidays are coming up? If I wanted to do Valentine's Day on one side and then Easter, boom, on the other side. Of course, after taking all of this off, could totally do that. Change out the ribbon, you're good to go. I love versatile craft projects. You know, I mean, time and money are precious. And so whenever we're able to do something that allows us to save time and money, it's just a win-win. So this flower that I'm going to do now is this is a brand new transfer. I've not used this one before. So I'm going to take it off my backer, and then I'm going to put it on my jeans. I'm finding the jeans do the best on the fuzzing. Sometimes the shirts that I'm wearing put too much fuzz on them. And why do we fuzz? We fuzz because there's adhesive on the back of here. Do you hear that sticky? And we don't want it to be super stuck to our boards, right? So we want to be able to put it down so it doesn't move around, which is fabulous. That's one of the great parts about Chalk Couture. We don't want it to move around like a traditional stencil does, because that's when we get all of our issues and problems, right? But there's webbing in here, and that webbing allows us to make the beautiful, very intricate designs. So that's the part I really, really like too. So I'm falling in love with Couture Coral. So we're definitely going to do that on this. I believe this is a rose. I really do think it's a rose. So again, we're going to start by mixing our paste. I mean, that is just a pretty color. So there's a new iPhone out, the XR, and it comes in coral, and it really reminds me of that. I know, I'm such a geek. I can't help it. So I'm just going to go right over the top of this pretty flower. And we are going to make sure that we're getting into all of that webbing. So then it will transfer onto our board. I'm sorry that my hand is right in the way of the camera. Charity, you'll be happy to know that I ordered my fish eyes, and they should be in very soon. And then I do wipe the excess back into the jar because we definitely want to reuse, right? We don't want to waste anything. So now we're going to see what our flower looks like. It's beautiful. Y'all like that? Pretty flower. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so while that one is drying, I'm going to come over in this corner. So big flowers up in the left-hand corner. And then, hi Danielle, hi Jolene. And then in the right-hand corner bottom, I'm going to do smaller, cuter flowers. So I'm trying to balance a little bit, but give it a different look. And this is actually from 3 different transfers, which is the other part that I really love about Chalk Couture, is you can mix and match, you can put them together, you can do all kinds of different things. So that part is really, really awesome. It is just great. So since this is a smaller flower, I'm actually going to use, I love this tool because it just kind of feels like a pin in the hand. So I'm going to use this tool. I'm mixing up my paste. And since it is such a small flower, I really don't need a ton of paste. And I'm just going to lay it in that area, make sure I'm pushing down, getting into that webbing, putting it where I want it to go. And voila, flower done. Wipe the excess back into the jar. I mean, I've probably done 8 or 9 projects using this color, and look how much I still have left. I mean, you just don't need much. And that's the other part that's so awesome. So then we're just gonna pull up the flower, ta-da! I use these little flowers on a lot of coffee mugs for Christmas. Oh, you guys can't see my flower. What do you think? Looking good. Okay, so while that one's drying, we're gonna go over to the other corner, and I'm gonna do my little squigglies, because squigglies are fun, right? And they're good space fillers. Definitely gonna do the squigglies in yellow. Anyone that's watched very many of my, thank you, darling. Anyone that's watched any of my lives, you know that my favorite color is yellow. So I like to use it as often as possible without making everyone crazy looking at yellow all the time. But I'm telling you, this is so easy. Like, I love my Cricut. I love making shirts. I love making signs. I will never stop doing that. But this is just a fun craft that I literally just sat down at the table, pulled up my colors, pulled out a couple stencils, and here we are. Like, I don't have to design anything. The hardest part is deciding what I'm going to put on my board. That's the hardest part. And after you have a long day at work, or, you know, some people are dealing with kids all day, or, you know, whatever you got going on in your life, and we craft to de-stress, right? We craft because it's something that we enjoy. And when you're worried about messing up vinyl, that's expensive. When you're worried about applying something and it sticks and it pulls it apart and you have to start all over, that is stressful. And that does not help me unwind. I don't know if it helps you unwind, but it definitely doesn't help me unwind. But look at this beautiful thing that we are creating. It's just awesome to me. I just feel like this has made me a happier person. And then we just move it. And we have a beautiful, perfect squiggly. Squigglies make me happy too. What do you guys think so far? So we're just letting this air dry for a hot minute. And then we're going to go back and we're going to, you know, continue to add some flowers. When we feel like we've had enough, we'll stop. If we feel like we need to add some more, we definitely will. So tell me what you guys think. Are you liking it? What color do you think I should do the next flower? So I've got that coral up there. We've already used this one. I think teal might be pretty. Maybe. Might be pretty. Definitely got some peacock going there. Let's see what else I got. Now, as you know, Couture also has inks. We could mix the ink if we wanted to, but I don't know if we want to. I don't know if I like this color. No, I do not. Let's see what else I've got down here. It's like I have so many. Maybe I'll do a peacock flower. What do you guys think? And then teal down here. Coral down here. Yellow. Why didn't I think of a yellow flower? We definitely need to do a yellow flower. See, Charity, you're already thinking ahead of me. Yellow. We're definitely going to do some yellow. I like it. I like it. So what's everybody else working on? Anybody got any projects that you're thinking about doing or getting ready to do, have done? Like, I want to know what you guys are up to. I mean, I feel like you know that I chalk. Anybody got any good things going on lately? Let's see if it's dry. I also have some $7 kits available. So what a $7 kit is, it is a, let me find them. I'm going to dig while this is drying. So you get, this is actually, I don't know, they have a name for them. But it's just, this one has scallops on it. But it's just a chalked area for you to actually chalk on. So you would get one of those for the $7. You would, and this time I'm doing for the $7 the flowers. So these flowers that I'm working on, the bigger ones, you would get one of those. And then you would get 2 colors in the 3-gram jars. So they are tiny, but you would have enough to do this on both sides. Probably even a couple other areas. It's really just for you to try it. Because a lot of people are like, yeah, I've seen your videos. You make it look so easy. It's so not easy. And I'm like, really? You should try it because it is. And then you also get a mini spatula. So 2 of these a flower, and a chalk chip. That's what they're called. You would get all of that for $7, and that does include your shipping. If you don't need it shipped, then that would save you $1. But so if you would like to do that, just put in the a note in here that I want a $7 kit, and I will definitely get that on your way. So Charity, you're working on some cups, or you need to be working on cups. Girl, I hear ya. We all have things we need to do. What kind of shirt are you working on, Christine? Anything good for yourself or for someone else? Like, I never get to make anything for myself. What's up with that, girls? Why? Why do we put everyone else first? Because that's just who we are, right? Okay. So now I'm going to separate just a little with this pretty flower, and I'm going to use that peacock again for sure. Okay, so I'm defuzzing on my jeans so it doesn't go super crazy. And I'm going to overlap this flower just a tad with the other flower, because flowers overlap when they're in the meadow, right? There are a lot of flowers over in the meadow, and they overlap. Oh, that's nice that she's having you make a shirt for her. Yeah, it's kind of like when we have kids, right, moms? We do everything else for the kids, and we put ourselves last. It's just the way it is. It's kind of like the plumber. Always has time to fix everybody else's things, but never their own. It's just how we are. Okay, so we're going to go peacock on this flower. And normally, I like to go left to right. Some people go up to down. Up to down? Boy, that was a really good descriptive term. Top to bottom. And we just want to make sure that we're getting in all that webbed area so we have good coverage. I think the other thing that I like about crafting is I get to be chatty and live with you all. That helps too. It helps a lot. Y'all just make my day. Okay, so I've got that one done. We're going to pull it up. I'm going to throw it over in the water bath so I can get it cleaned up. Look at that. So pretty. We're doing good, y'all. All right. I'm going to come in here with some of that Q-tip. Wipe that little area up. Good to go. Sorry to, oh, look at all my hearts. Y'all make me happy. Okay, so let's come down here and do another small one. And this is going to be, I think we're going to do some yellow. Going to do a little overlap on him. Definitely yellow. Definitely yellow. Anybody got big plans for the weekend? Anything fun or exciting? I'll be working. It's what I do. I can't say much. I really enjoy my job. Okay, so we're going to come in with the yellow. Just spread that around. I did overlap this flower as well. There we go. So I just set up a Twitter page. I don't even understand Twitter. But I'm trying, y'all. Like, I'm trying. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, if you have a Twitter page, it's Setting Sun Chalker. That's my Twitter page. I also have an Instagram. And it's, oh, what is it? I have it in the messages on this video. It's Setting Sun something. I also really like setting suns, if y'all haven't figured that out about me. But it is what it is. And then I also have a YouTube channel where I speed up these videos, these lives that we do. I speed them up and I voice talk over them. So if you ever want to spend 15 or 20 minutes That's true. So true. Like, if you don't want to watch the whole live, because sometimes my lives get a little long, you can actually do that. You can go to my YouTube channel, which is Setting Sun Designs. That's what it is. Setting Sun Designs. And you can watch some of my videos that we've done here. So, obviously white might. Bleeding. Correct. But do you have to worry about? No. So there is no bleeding because everything is done on the board. Am I understanding your question correctly? Like it's not like a regular stencil, you know, like where they move and your paste is too thin or too thick, because this is chalk. So it's a little thicker than regular paste. So you don't really have that bleeding issue. The way that you would have a bleeding issue is if you did not properly press down like we're doing here. So if there was air bubbles in here, then you would have that. Yeah. So the color does shine through. No, I guess it doesn't because we're covering. Even on the white, because it is chalk paste. So it just makes it a little bit thicker. So if I wanted it to bleed through, like if that was a look I was going for, then you would just add water to your paste and that would make it a lot thinner. But great question. Because I would say sometimes there would be a reason that you would want it to bleed through, you know, depending on what you're looking for. So we're going to do another yellow swirly up here because I like the yellow. I like it a lot. Oh, this is going to be a really cute birthday present. I think they will like it. And then we just pull it up. Cute. Acceptable. I will take it. 100%. All right, let's do another big flower. What do we want to do this time? Ooh, that's a pretty flower. I kind of like that. All right, are we having fun yet, ladies, or what? I mean, this is just some good stuff. So I'll show you another little project that I worked on. It's so not perfect, but it was my very first tea towel. But this is actually ink that I used on this tea towel. And I just had to learn because inks are thinner. So I was using about the same amount of product as I was with the paste. Well, with ink, you use less. Okay. So this, of course, is a snowflake. I hope you can tell that. But I was too heavy-handed over here. When you do ink, you can actually heat set it. And it's permanent, so I can wash it. And it's not hard. It actually becomes part of the fabric. So I can wash it a million times, just like a regular towel, just like a regular shirt, and it's permanent. So there's just so many options with these transfers, you know, depending on if you want to do inks, depending on if you want to do paste. Now, what I'm doing today is paste, right? So paste is not permanent unless you put a sealer on it, okay? So remember that. Like this one that I've made, I know I've showed you guys 1,000 times. This one, I actually sealed it. It's got dust on it now, but I have sealed it. So it is now permanent. I can no longer wipe it off with water and start all over. okay, because I have sealed it. If it's a board that I have not sealed, let me just show you. This board is not sealed. Like, no one believes me how easy this is. Okay? This board is not sealed. All I gotta do is take water and a rag. Sorry for making the camera shake. And it comes right off. So voila. When I do that to the whole board, I have a brand new board to work on. So do you see that? I just did that with water. That's it. Easy peasy. Like, literally no stress, no pressure, no nothing craft. Chalk Couture is just everything I needed it to be and so much more. Okay, this time I'm going to do the yellow flower over here. I did overlap again because I feel flowers should overlap. And I'm going to use the bigger, since we've got a bigger area, I'm going to use the bigger spatula. And I'm just going to go from left to right, making sure that I'm covering all of this webbing area. We could ombre the flowers if we want to. I mean, in nature, flowers aren't always one solid color. If I wanted to, I could come back and just do orange right here in the center. That would be another option. I mean, you can be as detailed with your transfers as you want to be. Sometimes I like the simplicity of the design because it's more about what it's telling us in the center. Like the flowers are just a little accent. So, you know, but you are the artist. You get to decide. No one is going to tell you right or wrong. Okay, so look, we're learning something together. And it's not a big deal. But do you see how this color really changed right here? And I'll tell you why. Can anybody guess? Like, can you tell I wanted to be a school teacher? I know, isn't it the prettiest flower? It's, I guess it's a buttercup. But you can, Christine, you can kind of see the other flower behind it, which is kind of cool. But this flower, the coral flower, wasn't completely dry. So on my transfer, if I'm looking at the bottom of the transfer, what happened is I actually pulled up some of that paste. And that's why I love lives, because this is real. Like, I want you to see what can happen so that you don't do these things. So I probably should have hit that with a heat gun and then put this transfer on. So I'll fix that later. I won't make you girls stick around for that, but we'll fix it later. No worries. And then I have one more baby flower over here I'm going to do. And we're going to do him coral for sure. So again, I'm just rubbing over it to make sure that all of my edges are down so that I get a good solid area to work my paste on. Oh, coral, here you are. And I am probably, I am guessing I'm going to come back in here and maybe do a couple random flowers around here. So I like cattywampus and I like random. I mean, that's just kind of how my projects turn out. Cattywampus and random. So when are you girls going to join on here and do a live? Like, I want to see your stuff. Christine makes some really cute shirts. I've seen them. Ta-da! Now, that one's a little messy. I might like random and I might like cattywampus, but I don't like messy. So, I come in here with a Q-tip and I do a little cleanup. If I can't clean it up the way that I like it, guess what? You got it. I'm just going to go in there with a rag, wipe it down, and start all over. Like, there's no stress going on here. So, like I told you, ladies, a couple different specials going on. I do have the $7 starter kits, trial kits, I guess is a good way to call it, a trial kit. So if you really don't believe that it is as easy as I show you and as easy as I say, you can try it for $7. For $7, you get one of these miniature chalk boards, I guess. It's miniature circle. You get a spatula. You get 2 colors in the 3 gram size. Don't be mistaken. This is 3 ounces. This is 3 grams. It is only $7, ladies, okay? I don't want you to feel like I misled. But you get 2 colors in the 3 grams. You get a flower so that you can try, and you'll be able to make at least 2 or 3 of these flowers. You get that. And your mini spatula and your 2 colors. So you get all of that for $7. It's just a great way for you to try it, to see if this is something that you would like to do, something you may enjoy to do. But in this batch, we are going to do different flowers. Like, there's so many different flowers. So that is one of the things that we have. Another option that we have, this is a kit for $40, and you get a 9x11 board. You get, what else do you get? You get a 9x11 board. You get a 9x11 transfer that says all you need is love, with some really sweet little love things. Decals, I guess you could say, is what they are. You get that. Then you also get, I'm looking for a picture of it so I can show you. You also get a full-size spatula, and you get and a full red. So you get all of those things for $40. That includes shipping. If you don't need it shipped, I'll take $5 off. If you make an order of that before January 15th, then I will throw in an extra transfer. So you would actually get 2 transfers. So that part's pretty fun. Or you could do like I do. I joined Couture for $99. I got over, I think it's $238 worth of stuff. You know, tons of paste, tons of transfers for me to try it. And then I get everything at 40% off. So my transfers are 40% off. My boards are 40% off. My inks, my chalks, all of that is 40% off. So it's just a great way for me to continue to craft. And I'm telling you, the non-stress part is just the best part. So together, we got to sit here today, do a little crafting. I started a project. I'm not going to say it's done because I'm going to go back and I'm going to fix that flower up there. And I'm probably going to put a couple more random flowers in here, clean it up a little in the middle, and then it's going to be done. So your life is your story. You should write it well and edit often, because our lives are always changing. I just love that saying. So it's going to be a sweet little gift. And I know that they're going to appreciate it because they're going to know that I made it just for them. So ladies, thanks again for joining me. Please, the next time you're crafting, be brave. Be brave and get on a live. And if you don't want to do it on your personal page, because I get that, because I don't do them on my personal page, get here and just go live. Come here and we will support you. We will help you be crafty and share what you do with everyone, because that's really what it's all about. We craft because we enjoy it and we want to share what we're doing. So the next time you're making something, just be brave. That is what I'm going to say. Just be brave. Let's all come together. Let's share what we're doing. Let's help each other, encourage each other, and do what we love to do. So thank you all for joining me. You help me de-stress, and so I can enjoy the rest of my evening. And I will get this finished up, and I will put the final picture in the comments here. So if you liked what we did tonight, feel free to share it with anyone. And we will get back together again soon. You never know when I'm going to go live, and I'm looking forward to seeing one of your lives soon. So thank you, ladies, for joining, and I will see you soon. Bye.